Alright, what's up, peeps? This is the real deal. Real Dizzle. Excuse me, I got a little cough. Back with you again. Another video. Alright, I got queued up. I'm watching Madden 12 off the YouTube. And I'm watching it. And I'm saying, damn. You know, I mean, it's a good looking game. Graphics are all that. Can't even lie about it, can't argue about it. This game is graphically off the charts. You won't find another game out there more graphically graphic wise as beautiful as this game, should I say. Looks good and everything's good. I mean, look at the guys, look at the stadium. You know, you look all around, you say, damn, looks like I'm watching. Well, my wife made a comment. She wanted to know if I was watching a football game, and I said, nah, this is a video game, Madden 12. Then she asked me, was I going to get it? And I said, you know, I just don't know. But more no, I'm not getting it, as opposed to more yes, I am going to get it. Because as good as this game looks, all of the Maddens on the PS3, Xbox 360 have looked good, graphics-wise. All of them. But it's just lacking on the gameplay. If they got the gameplay up to par, and the gameplay was all that, you'd never see all these videos popping up on YouTube about the Madden franchise ever since they moved to the next-gen gaming system. Now, I take it over here, and I'm looking at Madden 2005. And I'm saying, okay, the graphics ain't all that, but you're not getting cheated out of gameplay at all. Now, it's not a perfect game, but it might as well be perfect when you're talking about gameplay, you're talking about realism, things like that. And may I add again, creativity. I keep stressing creativity because, I mean, we've been playing with the West Coast offense and the Tampa 2 defense on Madden forever. And here on Madden 2004, 2005, you have that option to create your own style of defense, your own brand. You can put your own stamp on the game and say, this is my defense. So when you go and you play somebody who's got Madden 2005, 2004, whatever, even the Maddens all the way up to 2012 for the PS2, you can create a playbook and you can still play somebody and still have a great time doing it. And you won't be cheated gameplay wise. Graphically, it is what it is. I mean, let's face it, it's not going to ever look like Madden on the PS3 or Madden on the 360. Even the Madden on the Nintendo Wii looks dramatically different, but the gameplay is 10 times better than what you're going to get on the 360 PS3. And I keep stressing that because, but getting back, I mean, I'm sick and tired of playing that Tampa 2. I'm tired of playing, well, I have my own version of the West Coast offense that I've created, you know, with my created playbook on Madden 2005. This particular style, this particular Madden on the PS2. I have my own brand of offense, my own brand of defense. Put my stamp on it, man. Now, don't laugh at me, but none of my friends have the Madden on the PS2 or the original Xbox. So I'm pretty much like playing with myself. And I don't mean jerking off. but I'm pretty much playing the game by myself. Like, I have nobody to play with. So I mean, all right. So that's the down. That's another down part to it is, okay, you get to play with your friends online with the Xbox 360, PS2, PS3. I mean, woo, big deal. I would love to compete with my homeboys online, but again, I'm sitting on the sideline right now because I'm not sure if I want to get in the game, drop 65 for a game that I'm just not going to enjoy. You know, do I get it? Do I pay the 65 and so I can play with my boys online? I mean, times are hard. I mean, I just don't have $65 to throw away like that. I mean, I got it on hand, but I mean, $65, I can go to the mall and get me a pair of Jordans, a pair of Nikes on sale, LeBrons, something. $65 I can eat for a week and a half straight. Buy more school supplies for the kids. Buy my old lady an outfit. A night on the town. You know what I mean? Madden has not made the case on Madden 12 of why I should go buy that game. And I keep stressing that, but I mean, there's no really good reason that I can think of to just go plunk $65 on. I can't create. I can't do anything that I would like to do personally on that game. Has the gameplay on that improved? Yeah, I mean, it's improved, but it should have never become a hindrance in the first place. Last year they slowed the game down. This year they sped it up just a little bit. Then I put it on Versus channel, and Versus has got this video up where you have to put the sliders here, and you got to do it, put the sliders on this setting and that setting, just so that you can get a semblance of a football game, so you can get some kind of proper football simulation, real football simulation. On here, you don't have to do that. You ain't got to go through all that. Put the sliders here, put the sliders there. I mean, you do have to move some sliders, but I mean, the gameplay is going to be the gameplay. You know? And it's a shame. It's a shame that Xbox 360 has been out almost 6 years, give or take. PS3 has been out for a couple years, and all you're getting is the same old stuff. Maybe brighter lights, updated rosters, but you know, you guys already know that. You know that. We're living in a world today where consumers don't matter anymore. They're going to put the product out there without consumer input, and it's either you like it or you don't like it. And then, yeah, hey, you know, that's fair. You don't like it, you don't buy it. It's like with certain kinds of music. You don't like rap, R&B, hip-hop, whatever, you don't listen to it. You listen to the brand of music that you want to listen to. But we're talking about a video game. Why wouldn't you make a game that caters to your base? Why wouldn't you listen to the suggestions that maybe help your game a little bit better, help sales? You know? Madden's losing money. They're not making a lot of money. I mean, they're making their money, but their fan base is totally gone, just about. You got some fanboys, you got some diehards, whatever. But for the most part, you don't have it. And basically because they're not listening to what the people want. They just throwing it out there and saying, oh, here it is, capitalism. So they're just leaving those people behind. I guess, you know, it's just the nature of the beast. It's the way the world turns nowadays. And I think that's sad. Well, on a brighter note, people also talk about life in general. I don't just talk about Madden 12 and video games and things like that. I have a a wide range of topics that I can talk about. You know, I like to talk about religion and science and politics. Talk about things going on in the community, in anybody's community, white, black, Hispanic, doesn't matter. I'm a pretty educated guy, very smart. So I'll probably be kicking it, you know, try to, you know, cover up a whole lot of, cover ground on a whole lot of topics as I grow and move along on my channel. You know, later on I want to talk about this cat. I've been watching a lot of alien abduction videos off of YouTube, and I'm going to pull up the video and watch it again, and then I'm going to have a little commentary about this cat that got abducted. Well, actually it was two guys that got abducted. Two different stories. One guy was abducted, taken to the moon, put to this jail, blah 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 blah. I'll tell the story later. This other cat got abducted. He was put under hypnosis, and under hypnosis he talks about his abduction experience. And then toward the end of it's about an hour long, I would say maybe a half hour into it, he switches over to and these guys channel his spiritual guide or this other being, and he said something that was very interesting. I'm paraphrasing, but he said pretty much the guys doing the interview asked him, why should we believe that this thing is going on, that this thing is real? And he says it doesn't matter whether you believe it or not, because just because you don't believe it's happening doesn't mean that it's not so. And you know, to me that was pretty powerful. And you know, it's like the way of the world. You know, you look at the way the Democrats and Republicans are fighting over money. You look at how people are being disenfranchised. Look at the way the world is spinning. And just because it's not happening in your area, in your neighborhood, just because it has not affected you directly, things of the world, does not mean that it's not happening, that it's not real. We had the earthquake hit the East Coast. We had the hurricane hit the East Coast. Now, those who are affected are right now going through a real hard time. And those who are like maybe in the Midwest or in an area that wasn't affected by any kind of natural disaster, because it hasn't happened in your general area, it's only human nature. You kind of really don't even think about it too much. You couldn't imagine that something like that has happened. And then it's kind of hard to believe that people who are supposed to help aren't helping. They could care less. I'm talking about Cantor from Ohio, the Congressman Cantor from Ohio, and I'm talking about like the Rush Limbaughs and guys like that who are real insensitive to people who are hurting. But when you look back when Rush Limbaugh had his little thing, when he was going through it with the pills and everything, he whined and he cried, and he was looking for sympathy. And here it is, we have a real situation. He has no sympathy, and you try to spin it and turn a natural disaster into a political situation. I mean, that's crazy. That's crazy. But to hammer home my point, just because it's not happening in your area, just because negative things haven't happened to you and hasn't affected your life, does not mean that it's not happening. And as far as the supernatural, as far as the paranormal, as far as alien abductions, Area 51, whether or not it happened or not, the Kennedy assassination, what the purpose of it was and why, you know, the list goes on and on. 9/11, if you don't think it was an inside job, I mean, just because you don't think it wasn't doesn't mean that it wasn't. Meaning, just because you have a set belief system doesn't mean that there's not something else outside of the realm of your possibility or your mindset. I think we have to expand, open our minds, open our eyes to see what's going on around us. And you say, what does this have to do with Madden? A football game, a video game. It has everything to do with it. They go hand in hand, because basically when the people speak, and they're speaking directly to those who can affect change, and they're not responding the way they ought to, you're saying, okay, I guess you just really don't care. You have your own agenda, you have your own thing that you're trying to do, and here it is, and you either like it or you don't like it. And just because you believe or don't believe doesn't mean that it's not so. It's like an atheist. You don't have to believe in what you believe in, but just because you don't believe that God is real doesn't mean that God is real. And just because you're a Muslim or a Christian or a Baptist or a Pentecostal, just because you have your set belief doesn't really make your belief right. Doesn't make it wrong either. Well, that's my ramble. I've been going on for about 15, 16 minutes now. And I'm about to chuck up the deuces, and I'm about to be out. Subscribe to my channel, peoples. Give me some feedback. Let me know how you feel. I mean, I'm quite sure I'm going to get some jolly wallies that are going to say something smart or something stupid, but that's fine. Because when you broadcast out on YouTube, you put yourself out there like that, I mean, it's fair game. People are going to say what they want to say, and that's fine. I'm taking all negative and all positive responses. Let me know how you feel. Also, hey, let me know if you want me to, what kind of videos you would like to see from me. What kind of commentary would you like to hear from me? Because like I said, I'm a jack of all trades. I mean, I can talk about it all. From science and the UFO phenomenon to politics to everything. You know, I'm just not going to cover one topic in my videos. So like I said, subscribe to my channel. I'm taking friend invites. You know, all those things that this channel's all about. This is the real Dizzle. And I am absolutely, positively out. Peace!